Hi everyone, it's me again. Um, I am recording our first literacy video, and it is about a tree is a plant. We're going to start off with the words to know for this story. The first one is ready. Say ready. We are ready to pick apples. 2. Country. We live in the country. That means like you don't live in the city, you live far out where there's farms and lots of land. Soil. We planted the flowers in the soil. Soil is another word for dirt. Kinds. There are many kinds of butterflies here. Kinds are different types of things. Earth. She covers the seeds with earth. Earth is also another word for soil or dirt. Almost. The apples are almost ready. That means not quite yet, but close. Covers. Pollen covers the bees. Covers are like when things cover you up, like your blankets cover you. Your clothes cover you. Warms. The oven warms the apple pie. In this story, we'll be looking at sequence of events. Many selections tell about things in the order which they happen. This order is called the sequence of events. Think about what happens first, next, and last as you read. You can use a flowchart to keep track of the sequence of events. And the topic is life cycle. A seed is planted. A small plant sprouts up. It grows bigger, then begins to grow on the plant. Inside the beans start to grow on the plant. Inside the beans are more seeds which can be planted. This is the life cycle of a bean plant. An egg hatches into a tiny caterpillar. The caterpillar grows and makes a cocoon. Inside its cocoon, it changes. Then out of the cocoon comes a butterfly. This is the life cycle of a butterfly. Every living thing has a life cycle. You will read about the life of an apple tree in A Tree is a Plant. So this story, the genre is informational text. It gives facts, and as we read, look for information and facts in the words and pictures that show details about the real world. The author is Clyde Robert Bullough. Clyde Robert Bullough lived on a farm and went to a one-room school. Can you imagine that? One room. He loved to read and write and also had to do chores. When he was 10 years old, Clyde entered an essay contest and won a prize. When he grew up, he wrote many books for children. And our illustrator is Stacy Schuett. As a child, Stacy Schuett loved to ride her horse Snorky and be able to observe nature. She puts a lot of what she remembers in her drawings and paintings. So a tree is a plant. The essential question, this is very important because you're going to answer this after this story. What happens to a tree as it grows? Be thinking about that as we read. A tree is a plant. A tree is the biggest plant that grows. Most kinds of trees grow from seeds, the way most small plants do. There are many kinds of trees. Here are a few of them. How many do you know? Oh, we have a visitor in our video here. There's Pixie, my cat. She wanted to come say hello. So here are some of the kinds of trees. We have labels because this is nonfiction. Maple, conifer, persimmon, palm, willow, and lemon. This tree grows in the country. There's one of our words. It might grow in your yard too. Do you know what kind it is? This is an apple tree. The apple tree came from a seed. The seed was small. It grew inside an apple. Have you ever seen an apple seed? I bet you have. Did you know those seeds actually can turn into an apple tree? Ask an adult to help you cut an apple in two. The seeds are in the center. They look like this. Most apple trees come from seeds that are planted. Sometimes an apple tree grows from a seed that falls to the ground. The wind blows leaves over the seed, and the wind blows soil over the seed. All winter the seed lies under the leaves and the soil. All winter the seed lies under the ice and snow and is pushed into the ground. Spring comes. That's where we are now, spring. Rain falls. The sun comes out and warms the earth. The seed begins to grow. At first, the young plant does not look like a tree. The tree is very small. It has only a stem with 2 leaves. It has no apples on it. A tree must grow up before it has apples on it. Each year the tree grows. It grows tall. In 7 years, it is so tall that you can stand under its branches. In the spring, there are blossoms on the tree. Spring is apple blossom time. So if we looked at apple trees right now, they might be getting ready to blossom. And notice, in 7 years, it's so tall you can stand under it. So if that tree was the same age as you, it would be that tall. In the fall, they are large and ripe. They are ready to eat. We see the apples and the leaves on the branches. We can see the branches growing out of the trunk. We can see the trunk growing out of the ground. We can see the bark of the tree. The bark covers the branches and the trunk like a coat. But there is a part of the tree that we cannot see. Do you know what it is? What part of the tree can we not see? Make a prediction. We cannot see the roots. They are under the ground. Some of the roots are large. Some of them are as small as hairs. The roots grow like branches under the ground. A tree could not live without roots. There's the roots. Roots. Roots hold the trunk in the ground. Roots keep the tree from falling when the wind blows. Roots keep the rain from washing the tree out of the ground. Without roots, trees would fall down all the time. Roots do something more. They take water from the ground. They carry the water into the trunk of the tree. The trunk carries the water to the branches. The branches carry the water to the leaves. Hundreds and hundreds of leaves grow on the branches. The leaves make food from water and air. They make food when the sun shines. The food goes into the branches. It goes into the trunk and roots, and it goes to every part of the tree. Fall comes and winter is near. The work of the leaves is over. The leaves turn yellow and brown. The leaves die and fall to the ground. Now the tree is bare. All winter it looks dead. But the tree is not dead. Under its coat of bark, the tree is alive. Oh, a rainbow. Spring comes again. Rain falls. The sun warms the earth. The tree blossoms and new leaves grow. As long as it lives, the apple tree grows. As long as it lives, the apple tree blossoms in the spring and apples grow on it. Every year. When do you like apple trees best? In spring, when they are covered with blossoms? In summer, when they are covered with leaves? In winter, when they are bare? Or in the fall, when they are covered with apples? Now, I want you to think about our essential question. What happens as a tree grows? So what did you find out that happens when a tree grows? I would like you to draw and write your answer. As a tree grows, it is your starter, and you finish it. And I want lots of details, and I want more than just gets bigger. Tell me more than just it gets bigger. I think you can. And make sure that you write the date on your paper. Today is 4/6/20. Or you can write April 6th on your paper. Send me a picture of your paper when it's done so that I know that you've done it. I can't wait to see your great work. See you later.